If you're Canadian buying property in Mexico, this is something you need to know before you buy. If you're American, watch our last video. Foreign ownership in Mexico is structured through a Fideicomiso where you can designate secondary beneficiaries and assign ownership percentages. If all the primary beneficiaries on the Fideicomiso pass away, heirs can step into their ownership rights with proper documentation and without the need to do a traditional property transfer. In Mexico, transfers to direct family typically don't trigger inheritance tax, property transfer tax, or capital gains in that moment. So there's no tax on the transaction, simply a low cost administrative fee to update the Fideicomiso with the notary and the bank. This is how it's different for Canadians compared to Americans. Under our Income Tax Act, Canada treats death as a deemed disposition, as if you sold the property on the day of your death at the current market value. So for example, if you bought a property at $500,000 that was worth $1 million at the time of your passing, there is going to be a tax on the profit of $500,000, even if you did not sell the property due to the deemed disposition. Your heirs will still inherit through the Fideicomiso without any Mexican inheritance tax, but from a Canadian tax perspective, the gain has been realized and needs to be settled by the estate. If the property is eventually sold, Mexico will assess capital gains from the original purchase price, less any capital gains strategies and deductions, and Canada will let you apply a foreign tax credit against the tax owing in Canada so you're not double taxed on the income. So while Mexico makes inheritance simple and low cost, Canada does tax at the time of death, which is something to plan for in advance. If you're thinking about buying in Cabo with your family in mind, this is something worth understanding early on. Send me a message and I'll walk you through how it works.